So hello everyone, and welcome back to FTRL for round 8 of season 16 of Division 2. And for the season race we are at Abu Dhabi and Yasmin Arena circuit, street circuit. So as we can hopefully expect no rain this evening. There shouldn't be, being in the desert. Guys nearly hit the wall on pit lane as he's just got out. But yeah, here we go for round 8. That's Abu Dhabi. The Div 2 boys to see what they can do. It should be quite an interesting race. Yesterday evening, obviously there was quite a lot of safety cars, so there was. Yeah, hopefully there's a similar kind of situation this evening will make it very, very interesting, hopefully. There we go, right, let's watch Guy, he's on an out lap. So Abu Dhabi, got a lot of straights. It's got a little bit of everything, I guess. But yeah, it's got those 2 straights back to back, which do make it very interesting, because you can get past in the first straight and then get reverted straight away on the next straight. So that's quite an interesting section. Obviously you get that last sector, which is a lot more tight and twisty. So you do need to get a bit of downforce for that part, obviously. Can't sacrifice too much straight line speed as there's quite a few straights around here. Good evening, Zom. Yeah, let's see. I think there was a mixture last night. There was a couple of 1-stops. Most people did 2 stops. Though that was mainly because I think the safety car situation, there was quite a few safety cars. But yeah, might see a mixture again this evening. Everyone's out on the softs as far as I'm aware. But actually no, they're not. Brutus, Kieran, Rom, Bernard and Dan Morris all on the mediums at the moment. But let's watch Guy. He misses the apex slightly. There's an yellow flag in sector 3, but I might be just going back in slightly. So continue on board with Guy. His first sector time's coming up next, is 17.2. And then slows it down. This next left-hander tightens up through it. Get power on as early as possible down this very, very long straight towards the chicane. It's onto the next straight, sector 2. Gets the apex nicely. Gets over to the left so you can do the half of least. You lose as least amount of speed possible. Opening up the corner. Getting it turned in alright through there. Moving the car a little bit. And towards this next left-hander. Quite a strange corner. It's a bit off camber, that corner. And then all the way around here. Tricky corner, this one, very tricky corner. Can easily lock up. AJ sets a 1:36.5. That's instantly beaten by 1.3 seconds from Brutus, which sets 1:35.2 on the medium tyres, bearing that in mind. Guy's coming around the last few corners now. And Katami's sets a 1:34.2. Kieran's in a 1:34.3. Guy's going to be in a 1:55.9. A great lap from Guy. Alex Pixie 34 flat, so Alex Pixie takes over from Katami's, but then that's just usurped as well now by Def Chip. Very tight between the top 2, 25 thousandths of a second. Zombie, he's went wide at that corner, and I mentioned it quite difficult. That man is a 1:35.3, so that's P8 for him. Casey Bernard's on the mediums as well. I shall try and get that fastest lap away. It's now Def Chip, it says, which is good. Try and reset that. Casey Bernard, this looks like 1:34.8. That's a solid lap on the medium tyres, though Kieran's lap is very quick on the medium tyres, 34.3. That puts him in a very good spot. Dan Morris has just started his lap, so we will go on board and we will watch how he gets on. Not been the best few weeks from Dan Morris. It's been a bit off colour recently. A lot more mistakes than usual. We're not used to seeing it. Let's show you Schumann. 16.9. for the first sector. Not really much in that first sector though, in all honesty. It's one corner really. I mean, it's more than one corner I should say, but it's really just that first corner. The rest of it's flat out, especially in quali. Maxi's time has used death chip now, so they're all on the same, the same time, mind you. There are tiny differences between them. So yeah, very, very, very close at the moment. Kieran Trapp's time is the time really though. At the moment it's not at time. That's on the medium tyre, so that's a lot of improvement. Particularly in that last sector on the medium tyre, the soft tyre compared to the medium tyre. It's a big chunk of time to be found through there, and that is very rare from Damors, though it doesn't look like he's invalidated. But you can go very wide there by the look of it. Well, that's probably not helped at that time. It's probably not useful going that wide. Nicely turned in though through there. This is the tighter section of the track, using the little blue strip at the edge of the circuit. And he sets a 34.1 on the medium tyres, which is a very, very solid time from Dan Morris. Rom has got the last couple of corners. He's at the penultimate corner now. Take a lot of speed into that penultimate corner. You just need to watch you don't go too wide and invalidate. Rom's going to be a 35.1. So a mixture at the moment of tyres. Dan Morris and Kieran Trapp both upset though their best time on the mediums at the top, so that's a very good sign from them. Good evening, that man. He's currently in P14. Definitely been that man's best season, I think, so far. Agent Panda, he's on an out lap. Who is on a lap? A timed lap, I should say. I think anyone's on a timed lap, to be perfectly honest at the moment. Let's have a watch at Agent Panda, and then he's on an out lap. And the McLaren. So 4 drivers yet to set time. Probably a little bit of validation going on there. A couple of ways you can validate around here. That's the 2 Alphas, the McLaren that we're on board with, and Lee Cole, who's at the moment, and the Red Bull. And the slowest time I have on the board at the moment is AJ, 36.3, who did actually set the first lap time on the board. There'll be a lot of improvement to come though, there's been quite a few in the medium tyre, so fully expecting to be a lot of improvement as we head towards the last few minutes of quali. Halfway through, roundabout now, Agent Panda is about to start his first time lap, and here we go from Agent Panda. See what he's made of through turn 1. Doesn't run too wide. You're flat out all the way around here. Doesn't lift off at all. And he comes to the first sector. It's a 17.1. So fair first sector from him. There's a 10th ahead of what Goy set. So we'll see how he gets on through the chicane. It's an important bit of the circuit because it's the fix that run down towards the end of sector 2, so it's dead important, that corner. Does it fairly nicely as well. See if there's any improvements towards the top. Still a 34 flat is the leading time. But that'll certainly go with it and in the low 33s probably for Paul here. Rev 2. And here we go, trickier section now for Agent Panda. The biggest sector on the track as well. Oh, dearie me, Agent Panda, that's not where you want to be on the circuit. Yeah, it's not been the best. Just going a little bit too late on the brakes from Agent Panda. And that's going to be a 36 probably. For Agent Panda, it's a 36.6. It's not been a good lap at all for Agent Panda, sadly. Kieran Trapp, I think, is on the soft tyres. And there we go. I did say I think we'll be in the low 33s. It's a 33.4. And he's still got another lap time to it, so I definitely do think it'll be in the 33s and might even touch a 32 possibly. Well, more chance of it being a low 33, but we shall see. Dan Morris is on his outlap. Alex Pixie is down ever so slightly, minuscule amount though, from his previous best, and he's made up a little bit on that, so he's now a 10th up on his time. So that would pop him up to provisionally P2 at the moment. So we'll see how he gets on. We'll switch quickly back what's happening with Def Chip. He's just behind Alex Pixie on the road in McLaren. So we'll get 2 times back to back quite quickly here from 2 of the top 4. So Alex Pixie doesn't use much of the exit. And the penultimate corner, once again, doesn't use too much of the curb. This is going to be 34.050, which does move him up ahead of Def Chip, who has bailed out of his lap, interestingly. Max's time has invalidated his lap. Dan Morris is on the soft tyres, so let's watch his lap. Didn't get to see his sector 1 time. We shall see his sector 2 time in about 20 seconds time. We'll see where he is in relation to Kieran. Oh, a little bit out of shape. Oh, dearie me. Yeah. There's a little bit on traction as well there. Yeah. Bit of an iffy chicane that. He went a little bit deep. Yeah, as you can see, he's down on his time. So, it'll not be much of an improvement, I don't think, from Dan Morris on this occasion. He has got another lap he can do, so it's going to be all enough. And I think for Dan Morris towards the end, he'll probably jump up to P2, even with being a little bit down on his time, because it's that last sector really the biggest time difference is between the tyres, I think. So he probably will still get provisionally P2 at the moment, but in the battle for pole, he definitely needs to get a really good lap in towards the end. Session Bossman on track at the moment on a lap. Morris hasn't even set that lap time actually, he's decided just to go into the pits, so Bossman down on his time actually. Nexus Cats is invalidated. He's been on a little bit of a purple patch at the moment. Nexus Cats on his new wheel. See if that continues this evening. He's currently P10 now, so he's a bit down where he's been recently. Mapman is on the lap, but that's down on his time. Roms went up into P2, second man into the 33s, and will certainly not be the last in the 33s, I'd imagine. The third is coming round to the end of the second sector, and he is down on his time as well. Zombie on him, down on his time as well. A lot of people down on the time, not a lot of people improving at the moment. A few people heading into the pits now, getting ready for their final runs. Academy's is not on a lap either at the moment. Rom is in lap. Rom's on his in lap. Yeah, Rom is on his in lap. Yes, I think everyone's really. I think anyone's actually really on a lap. Trucker's on a lap, he's getting out of the way of people, but they're all actually on 9 laps of that anyway. None of them is really on a lap at the moment. As much as there's half the grid out there. So Lee Cole, he's going to have 1 lap here. He's not going to have any more. He's all or nothing for Lee. So Kieran Truck currently in provisional pole, 33.4. Dan Morris hasn't set a lap on the softs yet, his laps have been on the mediums. There's a lot of improvement to come from him. So we'll see if he can beat his teammates. Pretty closely matched, I think, on pace, those two. Kieran's really come into form recently. Dan's kind of went the opposite way a little bit. He's just took the ball out on the inside of that corner on his out lap. So let's watch Lee on his one and only lap in quali. Put the pressure on, let's go on board Lee as he heads towards turn 1. Just down to 4th gear. Doesn't take too much speed, I'm going to take a little bit more speed through there. Flat out through there. Wherever his car is. Oh dearie me, Lee. What are you doing? He's all out of shape. Oh dear, he's missed that apex as well. Oh, it's a bit of an iffy lap at the moment from Lee. It's all over the shot. We'll jump on board to Max's sign and we'll see how he's getting on. He's going to have his 6:02 time very shortly. 34 flat is his best so far. And he is up through the middle sector. So, improvement coming now from Max's side on his last lap. Dan Morris is on a lap as well at the moment. Everyone else is on their out laps. Heading towards the end. As his sign really come up, it was coming up to a bit of traffic now. Whether I'm going to get out of the way or kind of keep going. No, he's actually alright, he'll be fine. So he's coming around penultimate corner now. Nicely done the last corner as well. Looks like an alright lap. And it's a 33.859, so goes up to P3 as Dan Morris. Sadly for Dan Morris, it's not happened. He is 19 thousandths of a second. Dan Morris, is he going for another lap? It looks like he's going for another lap there. He's a little bit down on his time, a tiny amount, no. Casey Bernard up to P3 now. There we go, improvement coming from a lot of people now. Casey Bernard popping up to P3 in a 33.750. Improvement from a lot of people now. Still a couple of 5 people on their out laps. That's dodgy now. 4 people on their out laps. Kieran's up on his time. 3 people on an out lap. Are they going to get there? 2 people. Brutus has got there at the end. Brutus has crossed the line. Death Chip hasn't made it. It was looking tight. There was a lot of people there. Brutus looks like he's made it by like a second to go. Death Chip though, sadly for him, not made it. Kieran's got a little bit of traffic coming up right in front of him now. It might affect his eye line, but he's coming around. I think it's going to be an improvement, and it is, and it's a very low 33. It's a 33.233. And it looks likely that he's going to get pole position. Rom's down through the first sector. He's not improving at the moment. Brutus is on his last lap. What's happening with Katames as well? Katames is over a 10th up through the middle 2 sectors. Someone's locked up behind as well there. Katames. So the front 2 are finished now. Case, oh dearie me, Katames is gone. Far too wide. Max is invalidated as well, so it's disappointing from Max as well. Matman's coming round. This looks like a big improvement from Matman as well. He's up to P11. Not a bad place to start at all with fresh tyre choice. Brutus is coming round now. Also Katames has done his lap. I think this is the last person really to cross the line here. Everyone else is either invalidated or already finished their quali. Oh, he's invalidated. It doesn't make any difference anyway, to be honest. He was down on his time. So I think that is everyone. Casey Bernard already settled that time, so I think he's done anyway. He is. So Kieran Trapp has taken pole position from his teammate in P2, Casey Bernard, with a good quality in P3, Max's time P4, Rom's P5. Next is Cat's got up to P6, so another decent quality for next is Cat's in P6. Alex Pixie takes P7 in the other Alpha Tauri. Death Chips, first McLaren in P8. Then you got Brutus P9, Katames P10, Matman with a solid P11, which gives him free tyre choice, which could be important. LaFud P12. Then we've got Maxtef P13. And Maxtef is out of position by quite a bit, I think. Bossman's P14. Aaron Trucker, he's out of position as well. So I think Maxtef and Aaron are going to be the big movers, I'd say. Zombies P16. Oh, actually, Zombies probably a better position as well. Then you get Agent Panda, Goy, and Lee. AJ at the back. Yes, it is a front three of the Irish. It is indeed, Graham. So there we go. I think that's been quite our current top two. But Casey Bernard's managed to make it a top three. Very much been a bit of a domination from the Irish in recent times in Div 2. Dan Morris slaps up. Usually Kieran's there to pick up the pieces. So yeah, it's usually a very, very consistent top two. Katamis can pop himself up there on occasion, but Katamis is far too inconsistent. Nexus Cats has been on a very good form as well, so I won't rule him out as well. So it's one of the very rare tracks on the calendar, which you can pretty damn sure that Div 2 won't get a wet race, as they seem to get a wet race near enough everywhere else. Abu Dhabi. I actually have had a wet race around Abu Dhabi. Have had some rain and a league race around here, which was very, very strange. But thankfully, no rain this evening. So here we go on the formation line. Let's have a little look at the tyres. So, as I say, front two are the two Williams boys of Kieran and Dan. Casey Bernard P3, Waxy Times P4. We're on behind him. Then next is Cats, Alex Pixie, Def Chip, and Brutus Academies. Then we've got Matman, who's interestingly went for the softs actually. It's LaFud who's the first on the mediums. Then it's Max Def behind him. Bossman, Aaron. Zombie has went for the softs as well. Agent Panda Goy. Lee has went for the mediums as well. Lee usually goes for the softs. And AG as well has went for the mediums. So I think that's 8. It is indeed. We've got a full grid again, once again, which is very well done. And quite a few full grids this season. So we have. So that's it's nice to see, especially as we're getting towards the end of the cycle of this game. To be honest, we're into April now, believe it or not. Doesn't feel like we're in April. It feels like Christmas was just a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, we're into April now. So we're getting to the very end of this game cycle now, July, and it's only 3 months away, and the new game comes out, F1 2021. So it's very, very nice to see that there's still a lot of appetite in Div 2. We're still coming to race every week. 20 runners is no mean feat at any time of the year really for a league race, let alone in April. So everyone getting towards the starting grid, everyone about to line up. But they're quite early, Kieran, in fairness. The back of the field just went round under the tunnel. Just after the tunnel there, by the time Kieran lined up. So he got there very, very early. He's not good for a fair bit longer than you usually are. And you usually would want to be. Taking a while at the back of the field. And that as we were on board with him for most of that, they did go at quite a fair pace on that formation lap. Even me, that's a terrible camera angle. Here we go. 5 red lights. And we're away for round 8 at Abu Dhabi. Decent start looking from Kieran. Casey Bernard. Look at, he's going to try and hold it round the outside of Dan Morris. Dan Morris tries to push him a little bit wide. I think Casey Bernard has got it. He has indeed. He's up to P2. Nexus Cats is up to P4 from P6. Roms in P5. Katamis is now dived it down the inside. And oh my god, Katamis. Katamis has spun Rom round. sadly for Rom. He's going to be popping all the way down the field. Maxi Syme is now in P6. You get Death Chip P7, Bossman's P8, Agent Panda's P9? Yeah, what? What the hell? Well, we've got down the back, it's Brutus, Rom, and Alex Pixie. Lee's up to P14. There's been absolute chaos at the back. We've got Agent Panda is currently P9, which tells you a lot. He's up 8 places. Bossman's up 6. Matman's down 2. Oh, someone's went in the background there. Brutus and AJ went off. Who's got wing damage? AJ has lost an end plate. Brutus has always won. Matman is struggling. He's lost an end plate and he's letting everyone through. Deary me, Lee calls round. Lee call. Oh god, the Renault's there as well. It's chaos at the back of the field. Oh god, he's rejoined the round front of Alex Pixie. Interesting. Bit of chaos. AJ dives into the pits. Matman dives into the pits. Lee calls already picked up a penalty. Eventful start from this race, particularly in the midfield, in which there's been what can be described as a bit of chaos, because Agent Panda's miles up on his. Timing screens have absolutely messed up to hell. But Kieran Trapp still out front. Casey Bernard in P2, Dan Morris P3. But next is Katz, who's holding onto the back of these. It's Katami's P5 after that collision with Rom. Let's see, Simons, what he's going onto the back there. Katami's Death Chips a bit further away. He's 2.6 seconds, 2.1 seconds behind him. Max Death is P9 and has lost an end plate. Aaron Trucker is P10 and has the whole of his wing, thankfully for him. Zombies then P11, LaFud's P12, Agent Panda P13. I don't know what happened at Agent Panda. I tried to go on board for a minute, it just wouldn't let me on board. So he did drop down quite a bit. Rom's P14 and is quite a way away. So he is, no, ignore the 1 minute 51.9, he's not that far early. That'll reset, he is a little bit off though, after Agent Panda, who's made another mistake. I think Rom's got relatively lucky though, that could have ended a lot worse for him. Bossman lost an end plate, and Agent Panda has span. Oh my god. Brutus has been absolutely spooked to hell there. He's come round turn 2, the long sweeping corner. Agent Panda's been is trying to turn round. He has ghosted, but Brutus has been absolutely spooked and is span trying to avoid a ghost car. I feel very sorry for Brutus there. It's not any his own fault. He's been completely spooked from there. Katami's is trying to hold on from Maxi Syme behind. And it looks like he's done it at the time being. Thinks his cat's getting a bit out of shape on the curb there. Still within DRS range, most of the front 5. Keith Brown's just hovering outside. But we'll see if he can get back inside. We'll switch for the tyres to have a little look. So Bossman is the leading medium runner. Right ahead of him is on those soft tyres, which will not last long around here. Dan Morris 38.5, sits the fastest lap of the race. Gonna hunt down his teammate Kieran, and P3 there's Casey Renard, and it's the 2 Ferraris. Katami's looking racy as always behind. Next is Katz in P5. Maxi Syme is not far from them. Death Chips P7, I think he has lost a little bit of wing, if I'm not mistaken. not him actually. If not, it's Max Def actually that's lost one. Apologies. Nexus Cats is going to be under pressure here, I feel. Catamies is going to go round the outside. Nexus Cats is going to try and defend. I think Nexus Cats has let them go. And I'm going to have to try and re-overtake Maxi Sign, which should be pretty easy actually. And it looks like it is. He's already along the side, though he's going to try and hold it back down the inside. They're going to go wheel to wheel, and Nexus Cats has one out. He's sliding though, and he's still there. Oh, Maxi Sign's gone. Well, he's got back on the track. This Cat's managed to hold that. Maxi Sign made a little bit of a mistake on the exit. There's this battle between the two alphas on 9th and 10th. All these guys have moved up quite a lot. There's a bit of chaos in the midfield. Alex Pixie away down. Brutus is away down. Rom obviously involved in that collision with Catamies at turn 3, turn 4ish. And Bossman is in the pits on the medium track. I'm assuming he's lost wing. Point and stop otherwise, so he must have lost wing somewhere along the line. And Dan Morris has closed that gap down to just over half a second as he scrums his way out of the hairpin. He'll not be getting past on this straight, but he'll be on the back, I'm sure, for the next straight. It's going to help him close right into the back of him. Difficult to stay really close though, so you need to get a good exit round here. And he has got actually a relatively okay exit, though he doesn't look too far away. I think Kieran's just used a little bit of ERS on the exit to pull away, so it's going to be as you were seeing them. Catamies looks like he's got past there, as you can see in front. And Def Chip is now going wheel to wheel with Nexus Cats. Def Chip holds it round the outside and gets that place from Nexus Cats, so he's up to P5. Catamies, as we've seen, got past Casey Bernard. So movement near the front of the field. Zombie is now on the back of Max Def, who has wing damage. He has lost an end plate. Matman and Rom are battling. Matman just got past Rom, and they're now heading past AJ as well. So Matman takes over, and Rom, as expected as well, down the inside. AJ's let him go as well, so Rom's up as well. P17. Back to this battle now. It's now got the FUD at the back of it as well now. They're heading towards this straight as well, so this could get interesting between these. Aaron Trucker's not far behind as well actually. This could be an interesting battle as Dan Morris has got past Kieran Trapp at the end of the first DRS straight. Now, will Kieran respond? Where's the yellow flag? Oh, that's Brutus. Doesn't look like he's going to get past. It's Brutus who has caused that yellow flag. Here's the battle between Def Chip, Nexus Cats and Maxi Sign, and they're going to go wheel to wheel. Brutus is retired, and the McLaren of Def Chip wins out against Nexus Cats. Def Chip still fighting Nexus Cats for that P5. He got past the Nexus Cats trying to come back at him. Maxi Sign's now joined on as well now. Zombie's got past Max Def, who has that wing damage. So Kieran dies in the pits, so does Def Chip, and none of these dive in the pits yet, though most of these are on the medium runners. The only one that's not is at the front of it, Zombie, hence why they're all staying out. Dan Morris though usually does go a little bit longer than most people, as that's LaFud that just went a little bit wide, but it's alright. LaFud does look a lot quicker though, and he's going to go down. Oh, he thought about going down the inside there. It's a not the usual overtaking space. But Max is struggling on that in that car at the moment, that wing damage. This could get interesting though. Max Def is still within DRS range of Zombie, which is going to maybe keep the Fudge and Aaron Trucker at bay at the moment, as Max is actually going to think about going down the inside. He's going to think against it, but then he's going to get a better exit than Zombie, and he's going to be right on the back of him. Fudge far enough away, he's going to pull to the outside as they head towards the end, and he's going to try and hold it round the outside. Zombie's going to try and defend it. Max Def has won that place back though. Zombie could be under threat here from the two Hasses behind. Goy's not far behind this as what either, so Goy could get interest as well. Very good battle coming up for P6 at the moment. One of these might pit. Zombie might pit shortly, though he did start on fresh sauce actually, which is not the case for the people in front in the top 10. So he might be able to push it an extra lap or two, and he is, so he's not coming in yet. Maxi Symes in, Casey Bernard's in, Katamise is in, Dan Morrison, which is going to lead Nexus Cats for the moment. LaFud looks very interested back of Zombie. I think Zombie's tyres are starting to go off, but he's trying to keep it going. And even though Max has got that wing damage, he's actually starting to ever so slightly pull away. There's another yellow flag, and that is Nexus Cats. What is going on? Where is Nexus Cats? What has happened to Nexus Cats? He's lost his full right hand part of his wing out of turn 3, so, and he's now been overtook by his teammate, and he's just going to jump over that. And he's got to get out of the way of everyone. Max Def now leads this race then at the moment. Zombie, and then it's LaFud. Kieran Trapp has come out behind front 3, but he's come out ahead now of Aaron Trucker as he's just got past him straight away. Zombie is at the lead of this train now again as he's got past Max Def. Max Def has had an awful exit. What's Max Def done? How has he dropped all the way down to P5? P6 now. Absolute chaos out the front here as the front runners now have to get back past some of these guys who haven't yet pitted. And Zombie's now back at the head of this train. He's on the soft tyres though, so he's an absolute bottleneck at the moment, as he's got the medium runners who are actually quicker than him as well, and then he's got the runners who are on fresh medium behind him as well. So this is getting very eventful here. Nexus Cats, who was in a decent position, has thrown that all away. And they're all carrying on. Zombie's not coming in yet. This is holding these Williams boys up massively, as Kieran is going to pull to the outside of LaFud, and Kieran's going to get past already in towards turn 1. Dan Morris now has to get back past as well and head up to P3. I think Dan Morris is going to try and hold it round the outside here. He's able to brake much later. Look at the extra grip that he has there on those fresh mediums. And now I think this could be a bit of a walk in the park here to get past Zombie, in all honesty. Look at this, good angle here as they both get past Zombie on the straight with an absolute terrible camera angle. Come on, Codemasters, what a load of rubbish that is. Kieran Trapp still maintains his lead over Dan Morris as they both get past Zombie. Dan Morris now is going to try and throw it down the inside, and he gets to place, and he gets up ahead of Kieran Trapp up into P1. So the Williams switch places. Zombie is still in P3, still ahead of the two Hasses behind him. Katamise is P6. Katamise has slightly benefited from all this as he can now see the two Williams boys, but he does have to get past 3 cars to get there, which is easier said than done. Zombie must pit this lap. He's struggling so much. Is he going to go on the inside? He is indeed. That's going to release the two Hasses and the Ferrari, who are very struggling. Look at that. They've both done the exact same move, and that's just allowed Katamise to say thank you, I'll take that. Up into P4 he goes. So not really having to make any moves really is Katamise at the moment. Goy also pits as well. Academies is definitely going to be passed, I think, on this straight here, or the next at the very most. There he goes, closing in, and pulls to the inside. And he's already well past before the braking zone, and gets it turned in all right. He needs a decent exit. There's DRS straight. Aaron Trucker has got a terrible exit, so he's safe. Kieran has closed in right into the back of Dan for those DRS straights there. I think this could be a bit of a long battle between these front two right now. I think this might be in the long haul for this battle, because they do look quite closely matched. Ramos is probably ever so slightly in the last few corners. Kieran can close into the back of him again. Max Def is now behind LaFud, and he's got Def Chip. Def Chip is going to very close to the back of Max Def there to the penultimate corner. They've got Casey Bernard and Maxi Sign behind him as Max Def pits. Is that is same as LaFud? So that's release Def Chip and Casey Bernard and Maxi Sign. Got on with their race. Of now the only one that's not pitted is Aaron Trucker, who is in P4 currently. What's happening in the back of the field? Lead called P18, AJ P19, Agent Pandas P17. Lead called pitted very early though. He had wing damage of some sort. Oh, that's that. Def Chip getting very out of shape on the exit of the hairpin. That's going to allow Casey Bernard to get past into the braking zone. No, it's not over yet, because there's another DRS straight. No, well, Casey Bernard get DRS off Aaron Trucker. Was he there? He was there before the detection zone. So that has helped Casey Bernard greatly to stay ahead of the McLaren behind him. Maxi Sign, can he make a move past Def Chip now? Gap out front actually is now extended to 1.4, 1.5 seconds, so maybe Dan Morris has a slight pace advantage of his teammate in this race, at this point at least. Is that Aaron Trucker heading in the pits? It is indeed. Pulled to the inside, so that's now P4 for Casey Bernard. In front of him is Catamise, who's a decent chunk ahead of him, 4.2. We'll see, I don't think that'll be able to be closed anytime soon. Goy is within DRS range. He was. He's just popped outside of it off LaFud. LaFud is on fresh tires. Actually, Goy is on fresh tires as well, actually. Next is Katz, who's picked up a time penalty. He's a way down P16 after that spinning incident when he was in the lead. Gap out front is stopping increasing now. It's 1.2, 1.3 for the moment. Def Chip is right on the back of Casey Bernard. This could be a move, a re-overtake for Def Chip. It looks like it is. He gets back up to P4. A little tussle between the McLaren and the Racing Point. Alex Pixie has now got past Rob Elson. Absolutely terrible camera angle. What is the camera angles? Honestly, who wants to see a front wing? Nobody wants to see the front wing when you're commentating. You want to see the blooming car, not the front wings. Sorry, front wing. I know, he does. Max Def has picked up a 3-second penalty. He's in P15. He's in fresh hards. Should take a couple of laps to rubber in. It's the only hard tyre runner I've seen so far. First plus so far, so we'll see. Dan Morris is now clawed back in a little bit from Kieran Trapp. It's now back under a second. So, we managed to get her over a second for a lap or two. And it's most certainly under it now. So whether Dan Morris increased the pace, and Kieran's been able to reply now. What's happening here? He might have just got past Bosman. Casey Bernard and Def Chipper go wheel to wheel again at the chicane, and Casey Bernard gets back past Def Chip. Toing and throwing this battle, and Max's sign, sorry, it's not Alex Pixie. And the Alpha Tauri is very close to this. A very nice little battle here. P4, 5 and 6. Well, Fudge is P11 and he's very close to back of Zombie. So this is another 3-car battle. So Zombie, LaFud and Goy all on the same tyre, on the kind of same tyre life as well. Pitted all of them, so it's a very fair battle between the 3 of them. It's very wide from the front. Close enough to make a move yet, so we've got quite a few battles in the moment. We've got the battle for the lead, the battle between P4 to P6, then the battle between Rom and Brutus, Rom and Bossman, sorry, which Rom has just got past Bossman. Bossman was overtook by Alex Pixie, as those soft tyres of Bossman's, I think, are getting pretty worse for wear at the moment. Been on them for a while. Able to pull back in here. She does do, but he locks up a little bit. Def Chip has got back past Casey Bernard. I feel like it's a very entertaining battle, this, between those 3. There's a lot of battles going on at the moment. Everyone's very, very close together. There's a lot of different strategies, which is allowing a lot of overtaking. Look at this battle here, still for P10, which is pretty interesting. Well, good to see Goy up. Struggled a little bit since he's come back, but he's doing pretty nicely at the moment. He's P12, he's in with a chance, getting some pretty good points here. And very nice to see Goy up there in P12. Well, nice to see Goy do there. Sometimes he can get a bit flustered though when he's in battles. He does seem to go full Goy at points, and let's hope he can maintain his composure. A very nice little battle, and if they're not, I think it's now kind of joining. Another member is now beginning to join, which is the other Haas of Aaron Trucker, which is now within the RS range. I think the Zombie's holding him up a bit here. Because look, you can see him in the background. So this is now becoming a 4-car battle. So this is very, very interesting. This battle here, and this the battle between Def Chip and Casey Bernard is still occurring. And so is the battle for the lead, which is also getting very, very tight, as that Haas is having a look at Zombie there. Where is, I think they're heading down now, so there's no point looking much at Dan Morris and Kieran Trapp. It's not going to make a move yet. LaFudge is closing into the back of Zombie here. Aaron Trucker's closing into the back of Goy. Not able to make a move yet, but Haas might think about a move into the next. I think he might just be ever so slightly too far away from the back of Zombie to make a move. He is indeed, so it's as you were for these 4. Def Chip and Casey Bernard. Is it that battle about to end? It's hovering just inside DRS at the moment, and the front 2 are just outside of DRS actually. So this 4-car battle is one to watch at the moment, involving for Zombie, the 2 Haas's and Goy within the Haas sandwich. I must say, I'd rather be in this Haas sandwich than the one in real life. I wouldn't want to be. Nothing to do with Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher? Mick Schumacher. What to do with the Mazda spinning. Kieran, what's happening? He's just about outside DRS, but then he's back in, so he's hovering in and out at the moment. Maxi Syme is in the pits. So what's happening? There's a 4-car battle. They're heading towards the end of this straight. Aaron Trucker's got past Goy. Haas is moving up. I think Aaron Trucker probably is the quicker of the 4 drivers. He didn't have a good qualifying. Maxi Syme's also just waltzed past Max Def. The DRS. It's very cold now into the DRS. No safety cars. It's nothing like last night. That Haas has just pulled out very late and he's went for it on Zombie and he's got it done. So the flood moves past Zombie. Now can he stretch his legs and stretch off into the distance? Oh well, this 4-car battle continue. Very tightly matched at the moment. All in relatively similar levels of tyre life, and all in the same medium compound tyre. 2 Haas runners, 2 hard runners now. Max Def, as you know earlier, and then McMahon is also on hard tyres. The Academy picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not a lot of penalties for the front 10, but behind that is penalties galore. Everyone from P. Goy and P11 downwards has a penalty, at least 1. Zombie has struggled to match with the pace of the flood, and it's now turned into a 3-car battle. So Zombie clearly holding these guys up a bit. This looks like it's not a move for him. Think about it this. Will he wait for the next straight? Most times it's probably better to wait for the next straight because of the way the DRS straights work. However, he has gone past at the moment. Zombie didn't get the best run through the chicane. No, Aaron Trucker's not got the best exit out of the second part, and Zombie's already gaining before he opened the DRS. So he's now going to try and pop back down the inside, and they're going to go wheel to wheel, but Zombie is going to go back down the inside. He might have locked up a little bit there, but he's got away with it. So he keeps that place. Bossman is still fighting with Max there, so Bossman is up into P13. That battle between him and Max is interesting as well. Def Chips in the pits. It's 1.1 seconds the gap out front. Rom seems to be closing ever so slightly now. It's Pixie as well. So we'll see how that goes. The Def Chip going for his second stop. I think most of the reason there was a couple of people doing 1 stop yesterday was because of the safety cars there was last night. Yeah, hasn't been in yet. So the Flood is also in. He was, no, it wasn't the Flood, sorry, it was Def Chip. Well, I just saw the Flood pop in as well, but it's not. Just Def Chip, who comes out directly ahead of Zombie, interestingly. So he's going to be on the back of the Flood possibly in the next few laps. And that might keep Aaron and Goy at bay from Zombie, because Zombie will at least get DRS this time, which he does do. So the might be pretty good for him, though this does allow Aaron to have DRS the next straight, and I'm not sure Zombie will. I'm not entirely sure where the second point is. He's not got DRS, I don't think so. So Aaron's got DRS, Zombie doesn't this time. So then Aaron is going to go past Zombie, so that actually worked out. As much as that benefited Zombie at the start of it, actually ended up benefiting Aaron, because Aaron didn't get past on the first straight, which allowed him to get past the second straight, because in the last time Zombie re-overtook him on the second DRS straight, which happens here quite a fair bit. Katmies is in now as well from 3rd place. Front 2 are still pretty similar pace at the moment. It's not going anywhere, that gap, is it? So most people heading in for the second stop. Rom is extending that stint out. Whether he's trying to extend it out so he can go on softs towards the end, I'm not sure. Goy is on the back, as you can see, still of Zombie. So the other two have got past him. It's time for Goy now. And we're going to see an on-track overtake from Goy as Death Chip has just got past Le Fud while we're watching this. Also, Agent Panda's on the back of Matman. As well on the back of P16, 17. What's happened to Matman? He did I think he got caught in that drama at the start in the midfield, which has brought him down. He's struggled so far. Dan Morris has picked up a penalty now. Goy is past Zombie, so that could be important in the battle for the win. He's not picked up one yet. Whether he can go the entire race without picking one, I'm not sure. Katamis has also got past Rom, just watching to see if Zombie can re-overtake here. Goy, and there's yellow flags, which is actually down at this next corner that these two are heading towards. I think Rom has been overtook, and then has been some contact with him and Katamis again. Remember those had that contact in lap 1. It looks like there's been more contact possibly between them. Goy has went wide, and at that corner Maxi Syme is now within DRS range as well. So we'll be closing in. Casey Bernard's in, Kieran's in. So Kieran going for the undercut possibly on Dan Morris. He was struggling a little bit in that last lap. Dan Morris extended that gap up. Dan Morris is going for an extra lap. Kieran is going for those soft tyres. So is Casey Bernard. So very interesting now. Bit of split strategies for a few of them. Death Chip went on the mediums on the previous lap. Katamis and Kieran has confidence that they can go on the softs. This is the lap for Kieran because he's now on soft tyres. So whether he can instantly get those tyres into the window and jump Dan in the pits, bearing in mind that he will be struggling towards the end of the race maybe on those soft tyres. Dan possibly won't. This is Syme, as you can see, getting past Zombie on relatively fresh medium tyres. Casey Bernard in the background of this as well. Zombie got a decent exit there, so he might be able to re-overtake. Whether he wants to, I'm not sure. He thinks better of it. I think Casey Bernard will be right on his chuff very shortly. Kieran has closed in a second in this lap, and he's now getting to the point where he will close in even further on him because this sector, he's picked up a time penalty, so they've now both picked up a time penalty. Kieran is coming down the start finish straight now as Dan Morris is in the pits. Katamis sits the fastest lap of the race, as you would expect. He's going to come out just in front of Dan Morris. Dan Morris comes out just behind, so he has got past him. Kieran Trapp does the undercut on Dan Morris, and they switch places yet again. Katamis is just there now. Katamis pitted a lap before Dan Morris. I think it was the same lap possibly as Kieran, and so he has gained a little bit as well, but he's not, I don't think, close enough to be involved, and I think he's got an extra penalty than the two in front of him, so I don't think he's in the fight for the lead at all. But it worked out very well. Now, can he keep him behind is the question. It's not an easy job. As you can see, it was done last night by the winner. Now it can be done yet again. Can he hold him off? Let's watch the battle. See how they get on. Front freeze, these two, and then Katamis. That's Death Chip, Le Fud, Aaron Trucker, Maxi Syme, Casey Bernard, that's Pixie, and Bossman is top 10 at the moment, and it's Max Death. Next is Cats, Goy, Zombie, Rom, Matman, Agent Panda, Lee Cole, and AJ, who has just pitted now. Kieran Trapp sets the fastest lap of the race. Dan Morris isn't going anywhere. He is right there, hovering in the background, stalking his teammate two Williams drivers yet again find himself right at the very top, as LaFud pits now for his next stop, and I'm sure he's going to be putting on those soft tires as well. He's going to drop down to about P10ish, 11ish maybe. DRS for Dan, well, be close enough this straight. Might be next time, however. There's a 3-car battle for P5 now between Aaron Max and Maxi Simon and Casey Bernard. I'm watching this battle for the lead at the moment, so I think it's going to be as you were now at the moment. It's not going to be gaining enough, so we'll switch to this battle as Maxi Simon closes into the back of Aaron Trucker, and he's got Casey Bernard behind him as well. He's getting very close to the back. Casey Bernard, it's really important he gets past as quickly as possible here, these two, because he's on soft tyres. This could get very tight into this next corner. Look at the close, they could go 3 wide here. It's the Alpha Tauri who's got the move done on the Haas. Then this Casey Bernard then goes round the outside of Aaron Trucker, who I think ended up beats kind of on the curb. So they both got past Aaron Trucker down 2 places, but he's now being into the path of Alex Pixie, so he's lost 2 places and he's now being kind of put into this position now where he's under threat from Alex Pixie as well. And Trucker is struggling on those tyres he's been on for 9 laps, and he's actually bailing out. He's actually in the pits now, so it didn't make much of a difference that in the end up. Well, it's nice to watch it nonetheless. Casey Bernard was still close and on the back of Maxi Simon, and you've got the battle for the lead obviously. Zombie, Ron and Goy are also in the battle for P12 to P14. Behind that it's kind of no man's land for the rest of them. They're all very, very spread out. As I think Kieran has got past Dan Morris at the end of the first straight. And so Dan Morris, sorry, he's got past Kieran, sorry. And then Kieran looks to get back past Dan Morris. That's the next chicane. He's not able to yet, and this could play a massive part in this race, that overtake, as Dan Morris is on fresher tyres. Maxi Simon has been overtook by Casey Bernard, and now Alex Pixie is right on the back of his teammate. So watch this battle now as well. Keep an eye on the gap out front. See if it goes above a second, which Dan Morris really needs. Kieran will try and keep him in his sights for as long as possible, keep him within a second. And the battle coming up here, P11 so it is. Zombie, Rom and Aaron. I'm not in near any DRS on, so keep an eye on this Casey Bernard battle. They're going to be first to get to the DRS zone. Kieran's still just within DRS, but he's actually going to be on the straight now. They are, and he's within DRS, so he's going to be closing ever so slightly. And there's not much ERS. Kieran's even less. None of them will get an ERS basically. Just needs to not lock up, not make mistakes. Kieran has got a decent exit there actually. Dan Morris took more speed into it, but then a little bit caught on the outside, so as you can see he's closing in with help from the DRS, so it's now back to under half a second as they head towards the chicane. And switch back to this battle as they head towards the chicane, and the best first part of it by Casey Bernard. I think he's far enough away. They are, it doesn't look like there's going to be any move so far, nope. And then Rom is now down the outside of Zombie as the next battle for P11. Rom has got past Zombie. Is still there though, I don't think he's going to be able to make that move, but Rom moves himself up to P11. A couple of incidents tally for Rom this evening. Stopped him getting further up the grid. DG picks up another 3-second time penalty. still finish second out front, and these three are still very close together. Massey Simon doing a good job there at staying within the arrest range of Casey Bernard. Bearing in mind Casey Bernard is on soft tyres, though it is starting to slowly increase now, and he has got Alex Pixie's teammate behind him, is on 3-lap pressure tyres. It's very tight out front. It's been a good first sector from Kieran, and this is the closest it's been through this straight. It's closing, it's under 3 temps. He's right there. This is the apex ever so slightly, which will give him a little bit of breathing room. Kieran's pushing a little bit too much, and he's got his 3-second time penalty. So that might be decisive in this. I think he's only got 3 seconds. As Zombie and Aaron Trucker are wheel to wheel. And then I think Maxi Simon, Casey Bernard are as well. They're right in front of that. That's Max Def and Rom. Rom's got past Max Def. Maxi Simon's got past Casey Bernard. Maxi Simon's doing an excellent job on those tyres. He's really finding a bit of pace there, and he's managed to not only hold off but get back past Casey Bernard. And that's Aaron and Max Def battling. Once again, a terrible angle, but Max Def holding on for dear life on those hard tyres. He's got Aaron Zombie on fresh soft tyres behind him, and he's trying to hold off him as we head towards the end of the race. Casey Bernard's still within the DRS range, obviously, of Maxi Simon. Alex Pixie still within the DRS range of Casey Bernard as well. Max Def will do an incredible job to try and keep these guys behind. He's going to really struggle on those hard tyres. The gap out front, no, what is happening out front? It's close, it's so close. It's under 3 temps again, but it's not close enough. He's fighting him with everything his worth at the moment, Kieran. Oh, he's going to have to push him that bit more. He's going to have, I think, Dan to get another penalties. I think there's only one. Aaron's right on the back of Max Def, though, as they head towards the chicane. Max Def trying to defend, but he's got nothing really to defend with that DRS being so powerful. Aaron, I think we'll have him covered as well. He's far enough ahead now. Alex Pixie is right on the back still of Casey Bernard, and Maxi Simon's done an absolutely incredible job in front of them. He's actually just ahead of DRS range of him. Max Def has got past Zombie. What the heck? Oh no, what happened there? Well, you just got past him. Maybe that was Aaron Trucker. Get confused. So Arles again. What was happening? I don't know. I think next to Cats has just got past Matman as well. Matman's on hard tyres, same as Max Def. For a bit of a different strategy. Alex Pixie though is right on the back of Casey Bernard. Oh, he's getting really out of shape though, and that's gonna, I think, stop him getting past in this first one. Now he might still be able to get past in the second one, and then maybe try a last lap overtake on his teammate if he can get there. Kieran, that's Catherine, sorry. Kieran is still there, and Dan Morris. And it looks like Dan Morris is going to take the victory at the moment. Actually coming up to lap, I think that might be AJ in the racing point, which could affect this. So I think it does ghost now. And he's still going to pull it away, which is very sensible. AJ, hold on AJ, getting out of the way of the battle on the last lap. Between these two, it's beginning to get away, I think, from Kieran here. That extra lap fresher tyres might pay on this last lap here. It looks like it is. I think Kieran's tires have just reached that point. Now we're starting to get a little bit more in Dan's. There's a little bit of pressure. And it's making all the difference right now. And it looks like it's going to be a victory for Dan Morris. And he's back to winning ways, it looks like. Now, watch this battle, I think, here. Alex Pixie on Casey Bernard. DRS activates for Alex Pixie. Can he get past Casey Bernard? No, I don't think it makes much difference anyways. Casey Bernard's going to jump him on penalties. But on track at least. Alex Pixie gets the move on Casey Bernard. Casey Bernard though will have the DRS, but I think he's too far away, and Alex Pixie is going to take it. It's really struggled on this lap, Kieran, and Dan Morris is coming round the last corner to take a victory at Abu Dhabi. So congratulations to him. Kieran is going to take P2. I'm not sure who's going to take P3 here to do with the penalty situation. Oh, Def Chip is... Oh, Def Chip ran out of fuel. Oh, I don't know what happened with Def Chip. Unless he's lost wing right at the end there. Well, Katamine does take P3, Def Chip takes P4. Maxi Save, I think, will take P5, but it depends on penalties. Alex Pixie takes P6. No, he doesn't. He takes P7 because Casey Bernard jumps him, so he doesn't have many penalties. Bossman is going to take P8 on track. I think he's got quite a few though. So I think LaFudge might jump him. He does indeed jump him, and then Rom jumps Bossman as well, so Bossman drops all the way down to P10. He'd pick P11. Aaron Trucker jumps him as well. So Bossman has not had a good thing with penalties at all. Zombie is going to take P12. Matt Steff takes P13. Goy is going to take P14. Nix's Cats is going to take P15. Matman is going to take P16. And Agent Panda is going to be the last one to cross the line, as AJ and Lee and Clap have already crossed the line, P18, P19 on the previous lap. So Agent Panda is going to be the last one as he heads around the final few corners. But Smolder of Glory is the last one to cross the line. And there he does, he crosses the line. So there we go, Dan Morris takes another victory in Div 2. He's back to winning ways, and he's got Kieran, his teammate, directly behind him, so a great little battle between those two. All race very, very closely matched, those two. And Katamese takes P3. So you get another podium for Katamese. Div Chip P4, there's Maxi Simon P5, Casey Bernard P6, Alex Pixie P7, LaFud takes P8, Ron P9, Aaron Trucker P10, and Bossman, Zombie, Max Def, Goy, and then it was Nexus Cats, Matman, Agent Panda, AG, and Lee. Brutus was the only retirement, and fastest lap went to Kieran, and that sums it up because it was 85 thousandths of a second separating the two fastest laps between the front two, which I think kind of sums up how close it was on pace today between those two. But that rounds out the action at Abu Dhabi, and I'll just double check what we have coming up. So tomorrow it is GT, and it is the final week, and I believe it is the Super Formula at Spa that they've got next week. And then F1 next week is Hungary. So yeah, it's Hungary next week, then the following week it's Brazil, then it's the 1 week break for the last 5 weeks. So there we go, that rounds out this evening's action. Dan Morris takes another victory, back to winning ways, and his teammate P2 Katamese rounds out the podium. Thank you very much for joining me, and hope to see you and join me again next week for Hungary.